Welcome back, one and all, to Cruise1st TV. As always, a joy to have you with us. Hope you're enjoying the better weather here at the moment, but I know that lots of people want to get some plans in place for when the weather's not so great at the back end of the year. Well, fear not, because Cruise1st and MSC have the answer in this show, and we've got some crackers coming up. Later, we'll send you on a magnifica adventure with MSC and a stay in Madeira, a cruise to Miami via the Caribbean for November. Then we've got a few days of Mallorcan sunshine and a cruise around the Italian Med for October, and that's all to come. But let's start our adventure on this show with a ship that lots of you came to enjoy with us last summer, the MSC Meraviglia. Well, we've got a Canada and New England in the full trip now for you in October. Well, the best thing is that we're flying straight to the heart of the action as well. 2nd of October then, cases packed, we're flying to New York, and we've got to stay in New York for 2 nights, which is fantastic. Of course, the city that they say never sleeps, and it looks amazing. I know straight away if I said to you, okay, write your list of the top 5 things you want to do in New York. Everyone's list would be completely and utterly different, but there would be things that pop up in everybody's list. I mean, to be honest with you, I just want to go to Times Square. I want to go to those iconic places and just stand and absorb and watch what is happening around me. I think it looks like a fantastic city. I long to be there. I long to go. Well, you've got 2 nights in a hotel there, which is going to be absolutely fantastic. So you can write your own adventures, and then it is cruise time, and we are on board a ship that's familiar to many of you, MSC Meraviglia, and we're on board for 11 nights. Of course, the cruise with us last summer was on Meraviglia, so I know it very, very well. That wonderful Galleria, the atmosphere pool where there's something going on pretty much all day and all night, from salsa lessons to quizzes to parties. There's all sorts going on there. You've got the covered pool there as well, which is slightly quieter, slightly more chilled, slightly more Caribbean vibe in there. Food offerings come at you left, right and centre. Of course, you've got the marketplace all the way through the day. You've got the speciality dining, which I'm sure we'll see later as well. Now, if you've got the family with you, for instance, loads of great things to do. As you can see, the simulators, the bar, the sports bar, the bowling, the aqua park. Honestly, there is something to keep you on the go if you want to be on the go all day and every day. But that's the great thing about cruising. If you want to be that little bit lazy, and let me tell you, on that week on Meraviglia, I had some little bit lazy days. I had some nana naps in the afternoon, like you do, and you can on a cruise. It's brilliant. And then when you are refreshed, everything is on offer for you. Some beautiful specialty dining there. Teppanyaki is brilliant. It's a performance. Butcher's cut, some of the most amazing steaks for you as well. Sky Lounge, now that's your little bolt hole. It feels like an exclusive little, almost like a champagne cocktail bar. It's really nice to escape to for dinner, well, for drinks actually, before dinner maybe, and the fantastic shows, of course, of an evening, and the lounges and the theatres that they've got for the entertainment as well. So good. Honestly, you'll love the ship. Of course, not even mention the Swarovski staircases yet. You'll spend a lot of time near those as well, either watching other people have their photo taken there, or you'll be having your picture taken there. It's going to be amazing. Right, okay, we have got 11 nights of sailing out of New York. Let's go first to Newport in Rhode Island. Now, you can take a cliff walk here, and you can visit the homes that the aristocrats of yesteryear enjoyed in New England. Winery tours as well. That sounds pretty fantastic, doesn't it? Let's go on to Boston. Boston's got to be seen, hasn't it? You can see the New England Aquarium here. You can take a boat out and tour the Harbour Islands. Of course, there's the famous Cheers bar there. You've got to pop in there, haven't you? It's got to be done on a day in Boston. Moving on to St. John in Canada, which is the oldest city in Canada, actually, in New Brunswick. There's walking tours here. There's the brand new trendy Area 506 container village as well, which is the real new hotspot, real funky restaurants and bars there. Then we sail on to Halifax, Nova Scotia. This is the biggest city in Atlantic Canada. You can walk the boardwalk here. You can pop into the Maritime Museum. Of course, you've got amazing coastline and features there like Peggy's Point that you can see. Another wine tour on offer there as well, I see. Next, we go to Charlottetown after a day at sea. Prince Edward Island we are now. You can see the Confederation Centre of the Arts. There are interesting walking tours going on here, which talk you through the history of this area as well. On we go to Sydney. No, not that one, the one in Canada. Wonderful shopping here at the port. You can see the giant fiddle. It's right next to where the ships port in. And you can even go for fish and chips here at the Lord Finn nearby, and it looks super tasty too. A day at sea, and we are in Portland, so now we're in Maine. This is seafood country, of course. Amazing lobsters, oysters dead cheap here, about $4 each, which is really, really good. Brilliant coastline there as well. A day at sea, and then we arrive back into New York. And that is for the flight home. But what an amazing adventure that is. Of course, remember, we've flown out and we've had a couple of nights in New York before we then join that wonderful cruise, which is Canada and New England in the fall. So, of course, remember, very atmospheric at that time of the year, of course, with all the trees changing, the colours changing, the landscape as well. Now, let's run through what's included in the price I'm about to give you for the 2nd of October. So the flight from the UK to New York, that's included. There's 2 nights room only in a New York hotel. That's exactly the way you want it in America. You just go off and do your own thing, but the hotel's covered. 11 nights of cruising, Canada and New England on MSC Meraviglia. Of course, your gratuities are included, so your service charges, your tips, if you like, they're included on the cruise. And the flight back from New York to the UK. Get ready. Get your phone pretty handy, because you will be reaching for it very quickly, I think. Have a look at this price tag. It is ridiculously good. And you know what? If you're thinking, do you know what, I haven't really got anything for this time of the year kind of booked in, this probably slots in really nicely, actually, at the beginning of October. Weather's on the turn here, of course. I mean, listen, I'm no Thomas Schaffenacker, but you know, October, not generally the greatest, is it? But 1399 gets you a nice little escape to New York as well, city break in New York, and that wonderful cruise of Canada and New England as well. Let's have a look at the upgrades as well, because the base price is brilliant. So let's have a look at the upgrades, see if we want to go up to Ocean View or balcony. You've also got the option of Aurea Suite here as well, if you want to think about that. Of course, more details of that on our website, or by talking to our team on 0800 953 4700. What an amazing offer, though. That is 1399. Oh, I should just say other weather presenters are available, like Laura Tobin and Ben Rich and many, many others. How do I have this great knowledge of weather presenters? I don't know, we're always obsessed with the weather, aren't we? Anyway, listen, we are obsessed with weather on this show, and it's about getting you to better weather on fabulous holidays where the weather's not so great here. If that deal ticks the box for you, call us now on 0800 953 4700. And don't forget, if you're looking for the latest late deals, you'll find those on our website. And keep an eye on the bottom of the screen as well. There should be a little red bar down here. All the light. Oh, it's blue now, is it? Is it? We've changed colours. It's all blue now. Well, there should be a blue bar down there with lots of offers going either that way or that way, and they're being updated by our team live every single day. Right, let's take another fabulous offer then, shall we? Let's go Madeira to Miami and the Caribbean with a stay as well. That sounds good, doesn't it? 4th of November, 6 days before a very significant day this year. Yes, this year I have a birthday with an O at the end. But anyway, we'll not focus on that. We're here to talk about the holidays, not me. 4th of November then, let's fly you to Funchal in Madeira. And we're going to have a 3-night hotel stay on Madeira. I'm not sure we've done a stay in Madeira before. If we have, it's a long time ago. Really, really lovely, lovely island to be in, actually. Looking out into the Atlantic, of course, the Eternal Spring Liner Harbour, right in the middle of town as well. Beautiful. The approach to Funchal Harbour, well documented as the 2 most spectacular in the world, being on a par with Rio de Janeiro. So actually, I think while you're there, you are going to have some amazing times. Very, very walkable, of course, as you can see, and you cannot be in Madeira without doing in Funchal in particular the whole cable car up and the toboggan thing down. Now, they call it toboggans, but it's kind of like a big, like wicker dog basket on wheels, if you like. Like, I'm making it sound less glamorous than it actually is. but it looks fantastic. You've got to do it, and please send me the pictures if you can. Right, after 3 nights there, it's time to cruise. This time we are on board MSC Magnifica, and we're going to the Caribbean. We've got 13 nights on board Magnifica. Doesn't she look absolutely sensational? And you're getting to know right now that the MSC ships are full of excitement, full of adventure, full of things to do. And you know what, as you're on your way out to the Caribbean, I mean, let's face it, it is November. If there are some slightly inclement days, it's not a problem because you've got that pool with a retractable roof, which is absolutely brilliant. So you can have that feeling of being in the Caribbean before you're even there. You'll love the shows as well on MSC. They're very, very visual shows because, of course, it's an Italian cruise line. It's a Mediterranean cruise line, of course. So you'll have passengers from different places who are sailing with you as well, and that adds to the atmosphere as well, I have to tell you. So the shows are very, very easy. They're not kind of hard work, and also they don't take up the whole evening as well. That's the great thing about cruise show entertainment is, you know, when you book a night to the theatre, you're pretty much, you know, your backside's on the seat for many hours, isn't it? Where when you go on a cruise and you go to see one of the shows, it's not the whole evening, which is brilliant. It means that, you know, if you're thinking, right, I'm going to go and see the show tonight, you can make other plans beside that as well, which I think is really nice. Loads and loads of Aurea Spa. Oh my word, you're going to absolutely love that. Anyway, it's time to sail out to the Caribbean. 13 nights we've got out of Funchal in Madeira. Santa Cruz de Tenerife first. Amazing Canarian sunshine and landscapes. What's to tell you about the Canaries that you don't already know? It's beautiful, isn't it? Then we hop across the pond, a few relaxing days at sea, which is brilliant. We find ourselves in Philipsburg, in St. Martin. We're out in the Caribbean right now. This is where you can really let your hair down and do some amazing shopping, of course. The destinations around the Caribbean are brilliant for shopping, but they're also brilliant for adventures. So as we move on to Tortola there, you can do a 4x4 adventure tour. You can do a wreck and reef dive, maybe. Lots and lots of different choices. Of course, it's all about ultimate bliss, isn't it, being out in the Caribbean, and everywhere in the Caribbean is completely and utterly different. Now, we've got an overnight in San Juan in Puerto Rico. You've got sandy seashores here, the El Morro Fort, the Castillo de San Cristobal, which is the biggest fort, over 27 acres there. You've got so many choices, old and new in San Juan. Day at sea into Miami, and that's where, sadly, we leave MSC Magnifica and fly back to the UK. Or maybe you say to the team, you know what, I don't want to come straight back from Miami. I want to spend a few nights there. You can talk to the team about that. But what I like to do with these is actually show you the base price, show you what's included and show you the base price for the package. And then you kind of make your own mind up there about adding time in the States if you want to. So 4th of November, here's what's included in the deal. The flight from the UK to Madeira. You've got 3 nights room only stay on Madeira itself. Then onto the cruise, 13 nights of cruising on MSC Magnifica from Madeira to the Caribbean. Gratuities included, of course. When you arrive in Miami, the flight back to the UK is included as well. So let's have a look. I tell you what, this is so good for 17 nights of any holiday. This price is absolutely incredible. £1,129. Now, have you made your decision already as to how many extra nights you're going to add on in Miami after this? You definitely want to talk to the team about doing that, because if that's the base price at 1129, you would absolutely for sure maybe 2-3 nights in Miami. We can do amazing prices for hotels in Miami as well. Or maybe you want to fly on from Miami to somewhere else in the States. You know where I'm thinking. And you could go there if you want to. Also, if 3 nights in Madeira isn't long enough and you want to make that stay longer at the beginning of the holiday, talk to the team. We'll make it happen. Here's the details. Wowzers, absolutely brilliant. Now, the reason we've put that screen on right now is to show you the upgrades as well on the cruise, which is absolutely brilliant. So if you want to go up to an ocean view, or you want to go up to a balcony, or even an Aurea suite, all the prices are there for you. So we always put the best price in front of you first, and let me tell you, you will absolutely love your stateroom no matter which one you take. Of course, people love having a balcony, but I'm going to tell you right now, when you're on one of these cruises, you spend so little time in your accommodation. So little time. Honestly, it's literally turnaround. It's there for sleeping and going from day to night. It is literally, you've had your day out in the sunshine, up on the pool deck, doing what you're doing, back to the stateroom, maybe a bit of a nap, turn around, get changed for the evening, and off you go again. It's as simple as that, and just come back to lay your head down at the end of the night/morning, maybe. Who knows? Listen, if you are loving what we are seeing here on Cruise1st TV, but you haven't yet booked with us, you really should be thinking about making your next holiday a Cruise1st.
With over 20 years of travel experience, when booking with Cruise1st, you're dealing with the cruise specialists. We can tailor-make the perfect holiday for you, adding hotel stays and exciting land tours so you can fully immerse yourself in the destinations you're visiting. As a fully bonded member of APTA and Atoll Protected, you have the peace of mind that your booking is safe with us. We've been on your TV screens for over a decade, and we guarantee the best cruise prices. If you find one of our offers cheaper elsewhere on TV, then we'll match or beat that price. We allow you to spread the cost of your holiday with many of our deals. Just pay a deposit today, and then you have until your due date to pay your balance. Plus, we're one of the highest rated cruise agents on Trustpilot, with over 6,000 independent reviews, so you can be fully confident when booking your next holiday with Cruise1st.
Yeah, and don't forget we're here on the telly every single day in quite a few different places now, but our home channel is Sky Channel 681. And also, when we're not on the telly, we're on YouTube 24 hours a day. So you will see the shows going around 24 hours a day. So if you ever get up in the middle of the night and just think, I can't sleep, and actually I'm not watching that, and I'm not watching that, and I've seen that, then come and see us on YouTube, and we will be there with a big selection of cruise and holiday shows. Although, don't blame me if you have to get up and wake the other half up at 4 o'clock in the morning to show them a brilliant deal. I can't be held responsible for that. Anyway, should we do some more MSC cruising? We're going to go to the Italian Med now from Mallorca, and we're going to include a stay in Mallorca as well, because it's such a lovely place to be, isn't it? Why not stick around and stay? So it's one of those kind of, you know, 2 holidays in one. We've got various dates on this one from pretty much now, actually, through to October this year, and then April to October in next year. Now, we have picked a nice time to get away to some sunshine, 8th of October, because you've done our summer. Our summer, actually, do you know what? Fingers crossed, touch wood. This is wood, Mr. P, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah. Touch wood, we'll have a good summer. But come 8th of October, who knows? So it'd be a nice time to fly away to the Balearic Islands for a 5-night hotel stay on Palma de Mallorca. Oh my word, how amazing. Now, in Mallorca, there are loads and loads of things to do. I've been watching loads of people's videos and doing lots of research. You can go and see the caves of Genoa. You can visit the old town here. There's the cathedral, of course, which you can't miss. Head into the Drac Caves. Visit one of the local wineries. That would be nice to do. There's also Belver Castle. Maybe you just want to choose a beach and you just literally want to find a beach and just enjoy that holiday. So this is almost like a traditional hotel holiday in the sunshine, actually, just at the end of our summer, sort of taking you back to the sunshine. Be absolutely wonderful. And you've got 5 nights there, which is wonderful. Then it's cruise time, MSC Sea View now. Now, as the name suggests, in Sea View, this class with MSC is all about getting you outside. It's all about sunshine cruising. It's also about having that wonderful glamorous look on the inside as well. It's brilliant. The seaside class are brilliant with MSC. Still got all the bells and whistles that you expect. So you've still got the Swarovski staircase, you've got the very smart champagne bar. So you've got, of an evening, you've got really quite a grand affair if you want it. You don't have to be. It's casual, it's comfortable, but if you want to dress up to the nines, swish down those wonderful Swarovski staircases, you can do it. You can see there's so much on offer here as well. They do the most amazing handmade chocolate on board as well, which is beautiful. There's a little coffee bar there as well, which for me is always a nice little bolt hole to escape to, just for that relaxing kind of, hit of caffeine. Late morning, because I'm not an early riser, I have to say, and you don't have to be on a cruise. That's the great thing. Breakfast goes to times way beyond the average hotel in the UK. Usually breakfast in the UK at a hotel, if you're not down by 9:01, I'm afraid you've had it. Well, on a cruise, it's much more leisurely, which is brilliant. Of an evening, you've got loads of choices in terms of bars and lounges and shows. You've got the Bridge of Sighs on board as well, which is nice. If you've got a bit of a head for height, it's an amazing view out from the back of the ship. These are really great ships to be on as well, because the atmosphere is fantastic. When you're up on those pool decks, you can enjoy everything that's going on, and it's happening all day and all night as well. Oh, you like gelato and Italian ice cream? You've got to check it out on this ship as well. Wonderful. There's that lovely glass walkway, the Bridge of Sighs, right at the back of the ship. Oh, you can zip line as well. Honestly, do it. If you've never done anything like that before, even if you have zip line before, do it on top of a ship looking out to sea. That's a different experience, completely and utterly. It's brilliant. What a lovely ship. Here's where we're going, out of Palma de Mallorca to Barcelona first. Well, listen, endless possibilities here, of course. The Park Güell, designed by Gaudi, definitely worth a wander around as well. Of course, Sagrada Familia, all of the famous hotspots in Barcelona. Then we're off to the Côte d'Azur, down to Cannes in France. You can visit the Marche Fourville here to see the wonderful choice of fresh foods and cheeses, and an array of antiques and curios there, and of course Monaco on the doorstep. Next to Genoa, now this is, Portofino has got to be your destination for this day. Get the excursion to Portofino. It's what everyone does at this port. It's absolutely beautiful. Next, we move on to La Spezia, and this is where everyone heads to the Cinque Terre, which is the 5 villages there. So authentic, so interesting, so absolutely beautiful as well. What an amazing place to be. I mean, really, Italy is phenomenal, isn't it? Then we move on to Rome, of course, the Eternal City. Of course, we all know what we go and see in Rome straight away. Although, actually, it's quite nice just to wander around the shopping in Rome, of course, with those beautiful, stylish people. How is it Italians can wear a bin bag and look stylish? Honestly, it's ridiculous, isn't it? It's wonderful, though. You'll love it. Now, we end the cruise back in Mallorca, and that's where we'll fly back to the UK. What an incredible holiday this is. 8th of October. So nice little, how long are we looking at? 12 nights, so 8th to the 20th of October. Can you get that in the diary? Actually, do you know what? Because what happens is everyone books their holidays and their leave quite often, don't they, if you're in a workplace, during the school summer holidays, which kind of makes sense, isn't it? So they can spend time with the kids and the grandchildren, etc, etc, etc. But actually, the 8th of October, it's usually easier to get some time booked off, isn't it, into the work diary. So 12 nights where you might be pushing it to a slightly longer than normal holiday, or maybe you've got a holiday already booked for this year, but you're thinking, actually, I could sneak this in, couldn't I? Now, included in the price I'm about to give you is the flight from the UK to Mallorca. Don't forget, there's 5 nights hotel stay in Mallorca as well. That's room only, of course, so you can do with that what you want. Go and explore and use that time as you want to. And then you've got the 7-night cruise on MSC Seaview, and that's got your gratuities included. Remember, that's cruising to Barcelona, to Cannes, to Genoa for Portofino, La Spezia, which is going to be amazing, and Rome as well. And of course, we'll include the flight from Rome at the end of the cruise. Sorry, not Rome, Mallorca. We finished the cruise in Mallorca, don't we? And we'll fly you back from Mallorca back to the UK. All for this price tag. And honestly, if you know cruise prices and holiday deals, you'll know that's a cracker. That's an absolute cracker. Remember, your tips are included there as well, £999 each. And remember, there are dates sooner than this, so if you want to go pretty much from about now through to October, this package is available. Now, obviously, price varies by date. The package is also available next year as well, from April through to October. So if you're thinking, do you know what, Derek, I've got everything sorted for this year, I like the idea of it, is it available next year? Yes, April April through to October. Again, price varies by date, but if you want to go for the 8th of October this year, here is your date to jump on right now. And if you want to upgrade on the cruise, let's have a look, shall we? There's your details for Ocean View, balcony, and the Aurea suite as well. Honestly, you've got so many choices. Of course, you've got the yacht club on board MSC as well, and for a lot of people, it's like the equivalent of turning left on the plane. Is it left on the plane? I've never turned either way on a plane, but apparently the equivalent of turning left, having your own little. It's almost like your own little part, not even little, big part. Yes, a ship within a ship. It absolutely is. It's wonderful. So many people rave about it as well. Listen, 0800 953 4700 is our telephone number. Speak to us, and also if you're looking for any of the MSC cruises, maybe you want to do a cheeky little cruise with MSC and you want to try them for the first time. Well, don't forget, of course, Virtuosa is in Southampton pretty much right now, I think, isn't she, doing cruises? So if you want to have a look at those offers, you'll find them all on our website as well at Cruise1st.tv. Now, before we go, as if we've not brought you enough in this show, temptation, we've got some quick picks for you as well. And these are really, really good. Now, we've got MSC 284, which is Portofino, Pompeii and Provence. Oh, I like what we did there, the 3 Ps together. Fly cruise there, 7 nights going on the 8th of March next year. Hang on, that price, is that right? £699. Now there's other dates available on that package from this October through to March, and that includes up to £500 is it, onboard spend. Amazing on MSC Fantasia. Wonderful. Right, the middle one there on Virtuosa is No Fly French and Spanish Delights. That's 7 nights going on the 15th of October. £499? Really? I've seen 2-night cruises going for that kind of prices, not with MSC, but I have to say, but £499 for 7 nights of cruising going on the 15th of October. Listen, for that kind of price, don't care where it's going. Do you? Look at that price, it's brilliant. MSC 285 if you want to grab it on our website. And then the third one there, all-inclusive Gems of Northern Europe on the brand new MSC Euribia. 7 nights going on the 26th of January from just £589 per person. Now, she is one of the newest. It's hard to keep track of MSC ships because there's so many newest and still coming. But that is, she's not launched yet, has she, Euribia? No. £589 per person. Again, I have to say, for that kind of price tag, 1, to get away in January, fantastic. And 2, to have a brand new ship, and you know she's going to be absolutely fantastic. And actually, Euribia, I think, is going to be quite similar to MSC Virtuosa, if I remember rightly. Steve telling me, but of course newer. Incredible. My word, what a selection of offers in that show. Which one do you fancy? If you're thinking, I've forgotten it all, Derek, what did you tell me? What were they? The best thing to do is right now, go to our YouTube channel, search Cruise1st TV, and you'll find us there. You'll find a live channel there, which is all of the shows, which are running around 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. So even when we're not on the telly, you can watch us on YouTube. You can also watch this show again as well. Just look for the title here, Unbeatable Value with MSC Cruises, on our YouTube channel, and you'll find it there. And listen, if there's something you've got in mind right now as an idea, then I want to hear from you. studio@cruise1st.tv. If there's something you want to see on the show, then please email me and let me know. studio@cruise1st.tv. Anyway, listen, I've got to go for now, but you know what? I'll be back in about 2 minutes' time.